is identified as being dead, and the body is withheld for 2 days. That is like, this is like the Keystone Cops. This you cannot make this stuff up. The idea that, why are they holding the body? Why are you holding the body? Why are you not disclosing the body? The idea that you refused to originally do an autopsy, and apparently you did. I mean, what's someone going to do when they go see the body? The coroner's there, the police are there, the detective's there, the assistant DA's probably there. What's someone going to do to identify the body? They're not going to, you're not going to be touching it. You normally, pull down the sheets, and yes, that's odd. The idea that they prevented the family from seeing the body for 2 days, that's odd.
It says here that the relatives eventually hired a private medical examiner to conduct an independent autopsy. Do you know at all if they received?
I have no idea if that happened. Okay. I know that hasn't been released. I don't know if that's because of the family. I don't know if that's the police. I don't know if that's the district attorney. I do not know that.
Well, from what I understand, this is like separate from the original coroner. So this is like they hired someone else to do it, and they've been like, because they didn't want to wait forever, because obviously it had been 3 years and still nothing had been released. So I don't know if maybe they're still waiting on that.
I don't think people realize how expensive an autopsy is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is a very expensive endeavor. And if you're someone of not of means,
mm-hmm.
to hire, first of all, to find someone that'll do it, you have to understand there are people that just won't do an outside autopsy because they're intimidated by the police or the government.
That's interesting.
I mean, if you, I'll give you an example. If let's say someone relatively young, heaven forbid, is playing baseball or softball, and they have an incident, and they can't be revived, and they're found, they die. That's automatic autopsy. There's it's just the idea that didn't happen in this case is unfathomable. But they would never, even if the family, if you have a case where, let's say, a youngster dies unexpectedly, even in the case that the family says, I don't want the body autopsied, I want to preserve the body for whatever, generally the government will do it anyway. That's just the way it works. For a whole bunch of reasons. And it doesn't have to be a child. It could be an adult. Was this person murdered? Was this the idea? I mean, you cannot make this up. Like I said, it's like the Keystone Cops. Either it was covered up because they were involved, or it was covered up and they didn't do the investigation because they didn't want the bad publicity. And because they needed to open up that part of the park so that the white kids could play Saturday morning on the monkey bars.